Many women, the first thing that's on their mind after they have their baby is, I want to lose all of this weight that I gained during my pregnancy. And so a lot of women think that they're just going to go on a crash diet and go into an exercise frenzy and lose all the weight quickly. Now, that would be in an ideal world, but there's a few things to keep in mind. First of all, it's not good to start exercising until after you've let your body totally heal. And this especially includes your uterus, because the vessels that we're feeding your baby are still there after your baby's delivered, and your uterus needs to cramp down and act like a tourniquet to control the bleeding. And as you probably noticed, your belly button or your uterus only shrinks down to about the level of your belly button right after delivery. But over the next 6 weeks, it will continue to cramp down to be its normal pre-pregnant size behind your pubic bone. If you start to increase activity too soon, then you can start to bleed again, or you're inhibiting your uterus from healing. And so most doctors recommend that you don't start vigorous exercise until about 6 weeks after a vaginal delivery and about 8 weeks after a C-section, so that your body's totally healed. And at that point, you can start any exercise program that you feel is going to suit you well. Some women just like to start out gradually with walking. Some women are really into running. Other women feel like they like to go to the gym and just get out of the house for a little while. Others like to do exercise programs or videos at their house. Whatever is going to work for you, as long as you're doing something, then that's good. Get your heart rate up, get into your target heart rate zone, and there's tons of different calculators on the internet that you can check out to find out what that is according to your weight and height and age. But get into a good fat burning zone. And research is showing that it's best to combine cardiovascular exercise with strength training. So, weightlifting, and not like bodybuilders weightlifting, but, just moderate weightlifting in combination with cardiovascular exercise will help rev your metabolism and burn fat and calories even at rest, because the more muscle mass you have, the more calories your body requires even at rest. And so that's a good thing when you're trying to lose weight. When it comes to exercise, you should exercise a minimum of 30 minutes on most days of the week. If you can only exercise for 30 minutes, though, on 3 to 4 days of the week, then that's totally fine. Just do as much as you can and develop a routine, which is possible even with a young baby. And you're going to be tired and very fatigued from sleep deprivation, but you'll find that exercise actually helps increase your morale and make you feel better about things overall. As far as dieting goes, you need to be careful, because you essentially put in your milk supply for the whole breastfeeding experience during the first 2 months after you've had a baby. And you need to make sure you're eating enough calories to provide for your body's needs as well as to provide for the milk that you're making for your baby. If you're exclusively breastfeeding, you need about 400 to 500 extra calories a day, as compared to about only 300 extra calories during pregnancy. People feel like they can eat for 2 while they're pregnant, and then they go on crash diets after delivery, and that causes a problem with milk supply. So exercise doesn't necessarily have as big of an impact as what you're eating might. So make sure you're eating enough calories each day, and make sure that they're good, healthy calories. It's not necessarily an excuse to eat 2 big donuts every day, but make sure that you're eating more whole grains, more fruits and vegetables, good lean proteins, and drinking a lot of water. Make sure you're staying well hydrated, especially if you're exercising, because if you're not hydrated and not drinking enough calories, or eating enough calories, that's when it might start affecting your milk supply. But generally speaking, women don't necessarily notice a decrease in their milk supply associated with the time that they start exercising. Maybe if you're doing super vigorous exercise, you notice a slight decrease in spite of eating enough calories and drinking a lot of fluid. Just cut back on the intensity and see if it makes a little bit of a difference. You can also, there's other techniques you can try before you stop exercising, because exercise is good for you. Feed your baby more frequently throughout the day. So if your baby normally eats every 2 to 3 hours, throw in an extra feeding every now and then during the day, or or if you have a pump available to you, pump for 10 minutes after each nursing session during the day. If you have any medical conditions that might affect your ability to exercise, be sure to talk to your doctor about the exercise program you're thinking of doing. And also keep in mind that it took you 9 months to put the weight on, and it could take you that long to take it off. And so don't be too hard on yourself, and don't expect it to come off rapidly. It's safe to lose about 1 to 2 pounds a week and no more than that. And so any sort of dieting fad or trend or diet pill that claims to make you lose weight faster than that is not always healthy for our bodies. You should always ask the doctor before doing something like that. But good luck with everything, and if you have any other questions for me, feel free to ask them on our Facebook page and recommend us to your friends and family too.